Hello, Ashish. Am I audible? Hello, Mr. Ashish.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ashish. Uh, Thank you for
Yes.
joining me. My name is Paulini Chatterjee, and I am with team of 9 people. All are women, and we have been given a task to interview the participants of the Shark Tank because many of us aspire to become an entrepreneur someday. And it would be very delightful if you share the experiences of yours because you are running a big firm called the Healthcare Limited, right? Which is public from 2015. So it will be very useful for everyone else to hear the insights and the story how you develop yourself in this field as well. And of course, you are a very well-known doctor as well. We all have watched the episode of Shark Tank, and we have seen the achievements of yours from being a doctor to achieving Guinness Book of World Record twice. These things are inspiring. So we will have a short question answer interview session with you. Is it all right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So I'll start first. I'll ask some of the question, and then my teammate, if they have their questionnaire to ask you, they'll ask their own respective questions. So, I starting. Uh, what inspired you to create P-Flow? Because you are already in this healthcare business. You are, you are doing in your own career as well. So another another line of P-Flow, like another sector. What inspired you to create this again?
At the outset, may I congratulate you because it's a total women team, and I think women empowerment is an important uh, issue. It is an important thing that needs to be there in order to revolutionize the society. And it is an absolute pleasure to be here amongst you and looking at the women entrepreneurship of this country. So I thank you all basically for having found me apt to be on this session. And coming back to the question as to what inspired, well, PFlow is absolutely a women-oriented project. The day it started off. So it all started off when my mother-in-law had to visit me as a doctor, and she had some urinary problems. And we urologists usually do a screening test to check how the urine flow is coming. And that's what we asked her to do it on that day in our lab in Dhule here, Maharashtra. And usually that is a public sort of a lab where people go back to back. They have to pee in a pot, and the pot records the urine flow with the help of a computer, which is manned by a technician. So going into a sort of back-to-back run, it's like a washroom, if I can tell you. So you know how unhealthy one feels when one goes to the washroom. We as doctors are aware of this fact, but we never realize it till it comes to your own someone near and dear doing the test. And so she came home in the evening. She was very happy with the treatment, etc. Blah blah. But at the end, she said, "Doctor, can you not do something about this? When one has to go back to back into a washroom, which is smelly, unhealthy. A technician is asking you to finish off quickly, maybe requesting you because there's a next patient whose bladder is full. And then you have done so many innovations and you move around talking to people, teaching people. Why can you not devise something that can, sort of facilitate this process and make things more healthier for the patient? And that's when the idea was sort of floating in my mind, and COVID set in. during the COVID, I was at home. Mostly everybody was at home. So I used to help my wife in the household chores also throughout the day. And I was given the duty to fill an ice tray. When I was filling the ice tray, I saw how the water moved from one cubicle to the next cubicle. So one usually just holds the ice tray underwater and turns it on. And once the water flows from one cubicle to the other and then to the next till the ice tray is full. And so that is what I too did. And then I got this idea as to why can I not have an array of cubicles through which urine passes, and it has a dropper at the lower end of it, which basically allows fluid to come out at a specified rate. So that is what sort of the idea came from there. And over the lockdown period at home, I did my own CAD designing and drawing and prototyping and things like that. And we came out with the product in April 22. So basically everything started from a problem which a woman told me. And yes.
And like that was really like it's very difficult when the problem approaches someone else. It like as you told, when a problem does affect a family member, it gets into a concern of, and especially when a doctor is present in the home. So
Yes.
which has led to this great invention, I must say. So like you have your healthcare unit, Tejnak's healthcare unit. So, while starting this whole setup and business, did you face any form of resistance from your family or friends while doing it?
Uh, well, my wife is also an ophthalmologist. Unfortunately, she's not here today. She's gone out. And so it is basically, I'm the first member of the family who has ever made a company out of a hospital and listed it on the Bombay Stock Exchange. So yes, it was a little, queries everywhere. Why is the doctor doing this? Why is he diluting his stake? Why does he want to give stake to the people? Things like that. But then everybody was quite sure. I feel that, okay, doctor appears to be a so-called, uh, I won't say brilliant, but whatever smarter than us. And maybe we only need to take care that he doesn't get, derailed at some point of time till he is doing what he wants to do. So I think their support throughout the system, throughout the process has been very, very robust. And their belief in me, I think, has helped us move to the state where we are today.
Yeah, and moreover, everywhere around the world, we consider doctors as God, as second God, because they're lifesaver. And taking concern of such a vital issue of a woman, uh, it was really like it's really helpful for each and everyone because your kid can do three tests for 1000 rupees, where people do not have to visit hospital. As you told, the washrooms are quite nasty and smelly. So it is very helpful for women as well. So how do you market this product? Like, what are your marketing strategies?
At the moment, we are in both discussion with Namita's group and Amit's group because they have invested in the ST Sony live. I mean the second season. And at the moment, we are doing some on social media. We are doing it on WhatsApp. We are doing it through B2B kind of connections with the hospitals and the urologist and other doctors. So that's where we are at the moment. We are getting our feet into the shoes over the last 2 months, basically after the Shark Tank was released. So we are continuously moving on it, looking for better avenues, newer avenues for making the product more popular. Because the bottleneck I think we are feeling now, and which I knew I foresaw this problem, is that people do not know about the product. It is not that people do not know about uroflowmetry. People know, but it basically that this can be done at home is not known. It's like the first time that a BSL sugar strip came out, or preg test came out. It's a similar situation for us. So public awareness and public education, doctor education is one of the bottlenecks we are facing. Yes.
Yes, and your whole experience. Like as you told that you launched the product in April 22, right? And after that, you went to Shark Tank and life after that. Can you just tell us, because I we all have seen the show episode, and which is quite short. Like it was just about 10 minutes. We have not got the full insight of the whole process. So it will be very kind if you just let us know how things changed after Shark Tank and what was the whole process, your experience in Shark Tank as well.
Okay, so you want to know how we went there and how was the experience going there in short?
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
and after
and,
that, like
after that also.
yes.
Okay, so Shark Tank was actually, I had not planned to go to Shark Tank. We have a team of engineers in-house who work on my innovations and my patented products. They work on maintenance of my products and improvisation. So in the morning, we have a round where I give them ideas and they're supposed to report to me by EOD as to what they have done on those ideas. So in the morning after our meeting was over, basically a very junior engineer, he came up to me, he said, "Sir, I want to tell you something." In the local language, we are Marathis here. So he was trying to tell me in Marathi. And he said, "Sir, there is a very good program, that comes on Sony TV. I'm not a TV watcher. Absolutely. I'm not a person who goes to movies except with families on maybe twice a year when we visit a mall or some theater or something." And he said, "Sir, this is a show which comes on Sony TV." I said, "What is it? What is it?" He said, "This is A1 number, sir, show." That is the language he used. A1 show, sir. I said, "Okay, what is this A1 show?" Then he said, "So people go there with their ideas and then people fund them." I said, "This is in US, not here." He said, "No, sir, this is in India also." And then I went, I searched on the net and then I downloaded the Sony Live app. And then I realized, okay, after a month, maybe they're going to open up the application. So when it opened up, P-Flow was the latest product that was going on in my head. And it was basically a women oriented product, though it can be used by the males also. The pain point started from my mother-in-law, I mean, a woman. And it is basically a mass product, like a product to be used by the society at large. So I thought that this going to Shark Tank or applying for the Shark Tank, and if it gets selected, which I was not expecting, it may be added advantage. It may have a social cause. It may have a women entrepreneurship cause, because my wife also has done a lot to help this project move ahead during the innovation stages also, idea curation stages also. And so the application opened and we just applied for it. And then after a month, we get, okay, your thing has been selected for the second round and we would like to have some more details. So fine. So we put in some more details and then they say, okay, now you are in the third round. Now you need to send a video, which then my Preeti, my wife, she did the video with the product, showing the product and things like that. And then we send that. Now they say, okay, you have passed this round also, another month after that. And now you need to come to Mumbai, and we have organized offline kind of a pitch where you have to come with a pitch deck and you have to tell us everything. Fine. So we reached this hotel in Mumbai near the airport. It was, I forget the name. And there we pitched. So the pitch went in for half an hour. And after that half an hour, I mean, all the team there, they were around 5-7 people. All of them were quite impressed. They were not the sharks. They were, I mean, their team. And so after that, we were like, okay, theek hai, ye bhi ho gaya. This is a good opportunity. Let's go back. And then after Monday, say, I get a phone call, "Sir, you are on the show and this is the date for the show. So you better reserve it for us." I had some conferences where I was a faculty at the time. I had to call that off. And then we went to Mumbai. And we were there. We were hosted basically by Sony. They don't charge anything for all this. So for the inventor, it is basically a sponsored door-to-door kind of activity which they do. And so we were put up in a hotel there, and we were taken to Yash Raj Studios for 5 days. And every day there would be sort of pitch rehearsal and what clothes we are going to wear, where we are going to stand, how we are supposed to speak and things like that. Because for them also, I think there's a heterogeneous crowd that comes in who may not be used to speaking in Hindi like me. I speak Hindi, but it's not, the very type of showy kind of Hindi which one wants. So they were continuously like grooming me, sir, no English, please, no English, please, only Hindi. So it was that kind of experience. And so finally, on the night before they are going to shoot us, the next day they take us to the set. And they say, sir, this is going to be the set. You better get used to it. We give you 15 minutes to get used to the set. So there would be cameras here. There would be people around. I said, okay. And then next day, we are all groomed up, dressed in whatever dress they have selected for us. I mean, our clothes, but they iron it for us and everything, and give it to us just before we are supposed to get into the tank. And then once the doors opened, that was the first time that you see on the show that we too saw the sharks. So we also had not met the sharks before that. The sharks had never met us. They had not seen the product. Maybe when the first previous shoot had ended and they were just assembling the things, maybe they must have seen it that time. Otherwise, they were not primed about it. And we entered the floor, and then, we took around maybe 1 or 2 minutes absorbing the situation with, like 15 people standing on your left side with cameras and boom mics and things like that. Another 5-7 on the right-hand side, the sharks in the front. And then you suddenly look up and you see 10 people on your head, with cameras and everything. So you are asked to go inside without your cell phones, without any, mics in your ears or headphones or whatever. And we were in the tank for almost 2 hours, out of which they have shown around 10 minutes of whatever, 15 minutes of whatever they felt they wanted to show on Sony. And that was about it. Well, the experience after that has been good, because I'm a person who is quite scheduled. So I have a fixed wake up time. I have a fixed time of going to the hospital, fixed time of working on the clinical side. That is, I see patients till 3 o'clock. Then administrative work starts after 3 till 5. Then 5 to 6, I'm with the family. 6:30, I need to hit the gym. 9 o'clock, I'll be back, and then dinner with the family. Then some research work, time spent with the family. So I'm quite a systematic. I try to divide my pie of the day as much as possible in a systematic way. Now, the add-on here is we have the news media coming in. We have groups like you who want to know more about it. So that has just added flavor, an icing on the cake, I would say, and a stretch on my pie of the day. But it's a pleasure all in all. PFlow is doing well because the sales have definitely gone up after Shark Tank. And we are happy that we can take this product, which is basically, it started from a pain point from a woman, and it's helping the whole society. So the experience, all in all, is quite good. I've been taken up as a member for many incubation cells which are getting funds from the government also, and overseas. So recently I was in Chennai, for example, at a university where they have funds from University of Berkeley, DST, that is the government of India. And so there are many others. There's BITS Pilani who wants to take me in and things like that. So my pie is getting stretched. So the experience is good, exhilarating, and it is fun.
Yes, that is very, it's a very good news, because the company is doing so good. Even like this idea is really innovative. And as you told, the whole process after Shark Tank, your sales are increasing. And I hope women, each and around everyone over India, comes to know about this product, and each and everyone utilizes it in a very proper pattern. So, like when you launched the product in April 2022, how did you find your first customer?
Sorry, I didn't get this one.
Yeah, like after launching the product, how did you find your first customer who could, use it and give you the reviews?
The first customer was in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
So
was my first customer, though it was a free sample for her.
yes, and also the review will be very honest, I guess.
Sorry? Yeah.
The
She,
review.
so she, yeah, so she gave me a very frank feedback. I said, doctor, why did you not do this 2 years before? I said, I've at least done it now. Should be fine. So
Yes.
that's how it went. And we started a trial after that. Basically, every healthcare equipment is a trial. So we started the clinical trial. All of us have been part of the trial. That's on the lighter side. So all the in-house patients basically get a free kit here. We do around 10 tests a day, and our trial is around 400 patients old. And we are getting consistent results. We are now on to developing a proper uh, website software to take the data in, to store the data, and to report it. So that is almost in place now. So yes, initially we had a lot of problems getting the product on sale because, as you know, nobody knows about it. But I think Sony TV has done a lot for the product basically, and the product is moving now.
Yes, and I was about to ask like during formation, like during thinking of the whole product, the whole as you have already explained, like the ice cube filling tray that came up in your mind. So while executing this plan, did you think about any financial issues uh, and any what if it doesn't work kind of situation?
Okay, financial issues. Well, I'm quite fortunate. I would say that we have a busy clinical practice, a patient practice. So I won't say we earn much, but we earn a fair amount to bootstrap our ideas. And getting ideas, working on it is a passion. If you dig down my history, I was supposed to get admission to COEP Engineering College in Pune in those days, and BJ Medical College, Pune also. And the COEP interview was like today, and BJ Medical College was 7 days down the line. And I had finished reading engineering textbooks after my 10+2 exam itself. So I was sort of an engineering kind of a student, and I always did projects in my school too, which won prizes. But my father was a doctor, so maybe when it came to the interview, I was convinced myself that I need to do a profession which has a social cause. At the same time, it has a scientific approach, and where I can use my engineering kind of a thing. Though use of engineering into medicine was not on the charts at that time. So I did my medicine, then I did my MCH from Bombay Hospital. I did my DNB urology from AIMS New Delhi. I came and started practice, a fairly good practice. So we could bootstrap our ideas. But yes, I would say, where is the technical problem that the innovators face in this country? It is about getting, now it has become easily available. But in the olden days, when I started innovating in 2009, we didn't have 3D printers. We didn't have good technical skills to get your prototyping done, and then getting clinical trials was very difficult. Then evaluation of a product was difficult. Now, with so many incubation cells around for ideas, I think it is becoming easier. But most of our ideas are bootstrapped, so TejNux bootstraps the ideas. And if the investors like these are involved, we definitely welcome them. So financially, it was not a problem for TejNux to bootstrap the idea, I would say. But technical issues we need to sort out on day-to-day basis.
Yeah. And how do you see your product after 5 years? Like, what are your plans?
We are basically on to more public awareness campaigns now, and we want this product to be well known. We are quite sure by this time we have sold around 1,000 pieces, and we are quite sure that the product is a good product and it will do well. As the numbers increase of the production, the cost would also come down. That will help not only us to sell the product on a bulk basis and the company can earn, but at the same time, it would be helpful for the mass. masses. That is, it would approach more toward the social cause also. So I think this product will do well, and I'm quite sure about it. Like our other products also, it will take time. Any new idea takes time, and one has to be patient and sit on it and keep
Yes,
on working.
definitely. Of course. And what are your plans? Like, are you planning to pitch this idea to any foreign investors to do all the marketing in
We
some abroad places?
we are open to these plans, and we are already speaking to some people. Some people are interested, and then basically it has to be, the strategic alignment has to strike, in which the opposite partner is ready to take up some responsibility about the product as such. It's not about only money coming in, and then at the something. I'm getting a message here. Okay,
Um,
it's from your side, I think. No, that's
yes,
fine.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So basically, it's not about getting money into the company for the product, but we are also looking for strategic investors who are going to give positive input to the product and the company, and take it forward. So there has to be that kind of approach, and we are open to investors. Yes.
Yes. That's right. That's really your whole story is really very inspiring. And one last question from my end. What one advice would you like to give to the entrepreneurs who are just at their budding stage or starting stage? What piece of advice would you love to give?
It's very difficult. I see people giving advice to new entrepreneurs, but it's very difficult to give an advice for the entrepreneur, because each entrepreneur is having his own pain point, is having his own idea curation system, and the own problems with getting the idea to sell. So it's very difficult to advise anyone. I think one has to be innovative in the idea curation. Then prototyping also, one has to use his own innovations, and one has to be innovative in the market strategy. So it's not that, for example, we have come up with the P-Flow and we have hired a company to market it. No, it doesn't happen that way. I have to sit. I know my product. I know what the public thinks. I know what the masses want, and I know that what the masses do not know. So all these pain points, basically, I know. The sentimental advertisement that goes behind the product is something which I have to think of as a doctor. So each entrepreneur, I think it's very easy to say, never give up your ideas. Consider your failures as, your stepping stones to success. But each failure has a cost involved, which I think each entrepreneur would know already. So I think many of you are entrepreneurs here, and I would say that you take each step cautiously. Evaluate the pros and cons of each step that you are going to take, because every wrong step is going to cost you. But one needs to keep on trying, and not only keep on trying, one has to have a passion for it. So basically, any idea comes out of passion, and any successful story comes out of passion. It's not a one-time go thing in which I want to have an idea and I want to make money and I want to exit. It doesn't happen that way. That is my story of it, and that is my belief. I think you need to have the inner passion, because if you like what you're doing, you'll keep on doing what you like.
Yes, that
So
is very thoughtful.
yes.
And I have one question from my team. Ananya Naik is asking you a question. Have you considered partnering with hospital or clinics to incorporate your products into their existing testing procedures?
Yes, so we have approached some corporate hospitals, and we are ready if any other hospital is also willing to do so. So we can align with them and try to do a trial, so that we have a multi-centric trial. Though the multi-centric trial has already started, we would like to have more hospitals into it. Yes. So any
Yes,
hospitals who are willing, any strategic investors who are willing, definitely you may pass on my contact with them or our office contact with them, and we would be more than happy to work with them.
There's one more question from Shivangi Raj. She's asking, apart from eFlow, will you make more product related to serious health issues?
Okay, so this is my 43rd innovation, and I have 18 patents applied, 5 granted. So I think innovation is a passion. If you ever get a chance to talk to my wife, Dr. Preeti, you'll know how many I keep on troubling her with, why whenever she's in the kitchen and I'm around, I'll say, why is this sort of pan made in this shape? Why can it not be another shape? Or why is this tea kettle made in this shape? This is nonsense. Ideas, it's a frame of mind, I think, which makes you keep on thinking endlessly. And yes, I am looking forward to having new ideas, and hope God gives me that courage, strength to keep on pulling on with new ideas.
Yes, of course. And your story is really very inspiring. I have no words because your achievements are learning to all of us. I hope one day at your age, when we reach that age, we all do get all the possible chances which you have got and achieved in your life. And one more question from Ananya. She's asking, do you have any competitors in this field or not? And if you have, what is your like? What are your potential competitors and plan to stay? Uh, just a minute. Yeah. If yes, how do you plan to stay ahead of potential competitors? Yes.
Very brilliant question. I think Ananya is well read and she's an innovator also, and maybe she has a product or two in the pipeline, or maybe already there. That is what I think. Well, this question, it's a very intricate question. It's a very deep question, if for those who realize what she's asking. Well, at the moment, so she's asking basically 2 questions. Doctor, what do you do when you get an idea? When I get an idea, I'll first go to the patent office, I'll file a patent. So that's what I've done already. So now if people want to copy the idea, they're more than welcome, because we get paid heavily if they copy us, number one. The second thing I did is I applied for the WIPO, which gives us a limited protection for 3 years of any idea that we have. Now, all these patents are already applied for and they are in their natural process. Yes, now any patent would open up for the general public after 5 years, 7 years, depending on the country. So no idea ever should remain stable or static. Any idea has to be improvised upon. And if one keeps on improvising upon the idea, because basically, if you say, take pFlow today, I'm the best person who knows about it, who knows how it works. And I have that advantage. So I need to keep working on better advantages on the system, so that even if the patents open up, somebody else copies it, I can always say tomorrow, this product is better than that copy. So any idea, it never ends. It keeps on improvising. So all my 43 ideas are in a continuous process of improvisation. And I think, Ananya, that is the way to go ahead. A very deep question, very intricate, trying to get the secrets out of me. Yes.
I hope all of us has learned a lot from you, because your story is really inspiring, as I already told. And your secret to success is, I guess, you manage your time really very well. You give time slot to each and every object, and as well as your innovations are on top. So thank you for this session. We learned a lot, and someday I hope uh, we could uh, we could meet you in person as well, because your story is really inspiring and it will help us in future. We all will connect with you through LinkedIn. If we require any form of help in any situation, I hope we could get a help back from you as well.
Sure. So I think it's been a pleasure talking to you all. The questions were very nice. I wish you all basically to work ahead. Always keep on thinking what's next, because that would always take you to the next step. If you don't think about the steps that are above you in the journey, you'll never move to the next step. So that is what you should be doing. And if you just keep on asking every morning what next to yourself in front of the mirror, I think that will make you even bigger than me, I would say. And I wish you all the best for that. You are most welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn, whatever social media, and it would be very happy. If you have any problems to share any uh, problems related to your innovations, also you can share, and any strategic partnership, definitely yes. So it has been a pleasure talking to you all, and I'm so happy today that I've spoken early morning with a bunch of intelligent women, and I wish all of you a very successful life in the future.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ashish. It was really delightful talking to you. Thank you.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.